Brad, you're a popular man at the moment. Nice to feel wanted.
Oh, the most important thing is that I'm wanted by North Melbourne, so that's where my commitment is, and they've been great supporters of mine, and we're really focused on the job we've got to do.
Is it flattering, or is it a bit annoying to get your name associated with jobs like Collingwood and Gold Coast and that sort of thing?
Oh, it's not annoying. I mean, it's just I understand the landscape we're in. I mean, the only thing that's more popular amongst probably footy media and footy supporters than trade period and player movement is probably coach movement. So there's a lot of speculation and excitement around that, and so I understand the speculation, and I'll just let everyone else speculate, and I'll concentrate on the job I've got to do.
Can you 100% just rule it out so people know that it's not going to happen?
Yeah, I've said on so many occasions that I'm fully committed to North Melbourne, so while that's where they want me to be, that's where I'll be.
You said earlier in the year that you're constantly, asking yourself, if you're the right man to go take the club forward for the job. Do you still feel that you are?
Yeah, that's a philosophical view. I think everyone should do that, regardless of their position. So whether that's players, staff, coaches, everyone should always evaluate what's best for the club. And if you have a club where everyone's thinking that, then you're only going to go forward.
So will you sit down at the end of the year and do that again?
Yeah, we've done it for 7 years, so we continue to do that.
Marley Williams, sorry, Nick.
Keep on the theme, mate. You're going to move on to Marley.
I was going to say, Ben Buckley was talking about that now's probably not the right time to sit down and talk about extensions. Would you be comfortable going into next year with that being your last year without having that extension?
No, well, the process is always going to be that we'll sit down at the end of the year, we'll review everything that we've done on field and off field, and then make a decision about what we do going forward. So that'll all come out in the wash.
Marley, I know he's out there. Is he fit to play, fit through this?
We hope so. I'm not being evasive. I just don't know myself at the moment. We'd like him to be available, but he's got a test out there today, and then we'll make a final decision probably tomorrow. But that'll depend how good he is today.
Jared Waite in a similar boat?
Yeah, Jared Waite, and I'll add Mason Wood into that as well. Braden Bruce will be tested today. We'd like to give Braden an opportunity. He played really well last week, but unfortunately he got a knock in the back, which means that the medical staff aren't sure whether he'll come up, so we'll test him as well. So we've got a number of guys listed on our medical reporters test, and you guys know as much as I do at the moment in terms of whether they'll play or not, but the next 24 hours will tell the story.
Is the Waite one a bit of a funny one? Normally a 30-plus-year-old with a calf injury, you'd immediately say 3 or 4 weeks, but here he is with a test already. Yeah,
well, we say that because he's been able to recover pretty quickly from these sorts of setbacks, particularly at North Melbourne. He's been really resilient. I know he's had some injury troubles in the past, so we just didn't want to rule him out. I mean, whenever we say 3 or 4 weeks and then bring him back sooner than that, you guys think we're telling fibs. So yeah, we're just keeping it open. It may turn out to be another week or two, but we'll give him every chance.
And Sam Wright's getting close?
Yeah, he is. He had a little, not a setback last week. He had a really tight turnaround from VFL games last week, so he just wasn't absolutely clean. So we left him out last week, but yeah, he's close, and we just want to be really conservative with him. He's been a long time out, so we want to make sure that when he comes back in, he's right to go.
You had a debutant last week. I understand you might have one this week as well.
Yeah, I haven't told him yet, so breaking news. But yeah, we elevated Cameron Zurhaar last week, and he was on the emergency list, and he'll come in and play his first game for us against Port Adelaide over in Adelaide. He's a really powerful young forward, even though he's only in his first year. We're really confident he'll acquit himself really well. He's got some genuine speed and power, and we're keen to see what he can do at AFL level.
Another close loss last week. What came out of the review? What do you put it down to?
Like every review, there are always a lot that probably didn't go the way that we wanted it to go in terms of the way we set up and the way we executed. So I know that sounds very generic, but when you break the game down to the detail that we do, there were a lot of things that went into it that were within our control, and goal kicking is only a very small part of that. Obviously, I spoke post-game about talking to Goldie and addressing things with him, but the game's about creating opportunity, and Goldie created 2 opportunities late. Unfortunately, he missed them both, so he's the villain. But if he kicked them both, he'd be the hero. So it's just another lesson to our players what a fine line this game is.
What did you do with him? Did you go and say have a few extra shots at goal this week, or just try and put it out of your mind?
No, we put him straight back in the spot and take the set shot. And my main message to him is that what genuine competitors do, and in my experience, what the best players do, is they always want the ball, and they always want the big moment. So I just want to make sure that this week he's craving the same opportunity again, and he keeps working to create the opportunity and putting himself in a position where he's going to get that shot.
And he's taking on Paddy Ryder, who's such a form ruckman. I mean, obviously a pivotal battle, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, but he rises to the challenge. You know, so Goldie's tended in the past to play his best against the best. So it's a great challenge, but we've got some other ruck options as well, so some flexibility in there as well. But Ryder's certainly in good touch.
You mentioned Del Santo, Brad was talking about Majak Dawes saying he's still in sort of no man's land with his footing, especially as a forward. What did you make of those comments?
I think it's a fair observation in terms of Majak's output last week on field, particularly as a forward. We thought he gave us a real impetus as a ruckman. Madge's main issue and the challenge for us is he's had one complete pre-season in his entire AFL career, and I think his longest consecutive game streak's about 5 or 6. So far he's played 3 in a row. So we just need to get some continuity and give him some opportunity. We all know the attributes he's got, but I think Dal's point's valid in terms of he's still learning. He's been in the system a long time, but we need to get some continuity so we can get that learning into him.
You mentioned the fine line earlier. 4 and 11 you really could so easily be 9 and 6. I mean, is that frustrating or?
Look, it's frustrating because you want to win each week for sure. But I'm really pleased with the foundation and the platform that we're building, and I'm really pleased with the competitiveness. And now, while it is incredibly frustrating from week to week, no one enjoys close losses, but there's such valuable learning opportunities that generally it holds you in really good stead going forward, provided you've got the right character within the group, and I'm really confident we have.
And on the flip side, do you sort of see it as like you're probably not that far away, even though the ladder might not suggest that?
Yeah, the ladder's not necessarily reflective of competitiveness. Percentage probably is more of a reflection of that. But yeah, I think that when you're in the win-loss position that we are, that morale can become an issue within the playing group, and I can honestly say that it's never been an issue in 2017 with our playing group. They're up, they're really keen, and we look forward to go over and taking on an informed Port Adelaide in their home deck this week.
And just going back to last year, I guess with all the veterans leaving and that sort of stuff, is it almost on the flip side? It's almost a good thing in a way that you're 4 and 11 now, because if you may have had those guys in, it may have been inaccurate. You may have been 6 and 9 or 7, 8. May have had more of an inflated idea of where the team actually was.
Yeah, look, I think that's for everyone else to talk about.
Okay.
We don't look back.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not going to hypothesise about what might have been and what could have been. We set a very clear direction for our football team, and we're just full steam ahead of that.